Hi, I'm a little teary eyed this morning because I've been reading my book, Sheer Determination. And when I read some of the parts of the book that I wrote, it just makes me really emotional. So I hope you don't mind. Uh, I just feel that way this morning. Um, this is a chapter about, on chapter 24. It's called Leaders Who Inspired Me. And in the early days of building my business, I was so honored to be able to meet so many people that gave me good advice. They were good role models for me and examples for me. And some were famous people, some were not. Some were household names, and others were just really friendly people that came into the salon. But from all of them, I learned a lot. Um, People like Howard Schultz and Mary Gates and Governor Evans and his wife Nancy and Patty Murray. The list is endless. There were so many of these people that were well known. But then other people, the client base that we had, and we still do, they taught me so much too. And so I just want to probably take this opportunity to say thank you to all those people who guided me and served as a leadership example. One of the person that I do want to talk about today, though, is a story about uh, a woman by the name of Don Mason. At that time, she was Representative Don Mason for the state of Washington. And let me tell you how I met her. I became the chair of the Governor's Small Business Improvement Council under Governor Laurie. And there were probably 36 small business owners from throughout state of Washington that met once a month in the state capitol in the governor's conference room. And along with them came some of the state agencies like Department of Labor and Industry, Employment Security, people from higher education. So all these people gathered in a room, and I really, really loved getting together with them and to solving the small business issues. One day, Governor Laurie told us that we're going to have a special guest today, and her name is Representative Don Mason. And so just please keep an eye out for her coming in. So we started our meeting, and about 15 minutes after the meeting started, a door flung open. And when we looked, there stood this woman, and I thought, oh my gosh, she must be Oprah's sister. She was a gregarious African American woman, full of confidence and poise. And she walked in and she sat down at a chair. And the governor gave her the proper introduction. And she sat down and we resumed with our meeting. 20 minutes into the meeting, she raised her hand and the governor recognized her and said, "Yes, Representative Mason, did you have something you want to tell us?" And she said, "Yes, I do, Governor." She said, "So this is a um, gathering of small business owners from all the cities throughout state of Washington, correct?" And he said, "Yes, it is." And she said, "Then how come there's nobody else besides Kay and me that's people of color?" And all of a sudden, the whole room fell silent. And then the governor said, "Well, Representative, I want you to know that I try very hard to recruit minority business owners to this committee." And she said, she looked at him squarely in the eye, and I still remember it. It just kind of almost makes me cry because she said to him, "So how hard are you trying, Governor?" And he was speechless. He didn't say anything. And he mumbled something, but I don't remember what it was. And at that time, me as being the chairperson had to really stop this. So I just approached the Representative Mason and I says, "Can we meet after the meeting and we could talk?" And so I put an end to it right there at that time. But after that meeting, I started to travel with her throughout state of Washington. And one time we were going to Eastern Washington to study this small city that was economically burdened by large companies moving in. And we became the eyes and ears for the governor. And so we would travel together, and I would watch her. And every time she was like a watchdog for diversity. And she wasn't afraid to get up and say things like that to people either. Like, how many people on your management team do you have that's people of color? And the company president would just turn red and say, well, we really tried, but we can't find any. Then her answer always was, how hard are you trying? So the reason why I admired her so much is because she had the guts in her to be able to say what she really felt in front of everybody. And me, who wanted to say the same thing and who felt the same thing, but I never really had the nerve to come out and say that. And I always wished that I could be like her, to be able to say what I really believed in front of others. So she is one person that really, I think, had a big effect in my life. And I'm going to write, I'll post her that little chapter below so you could really read it. And I just want to say sincere thank you to Don Mason for being such a courageous woman and a good role model for us women.